Controversy Friday. We're going pretty controversial on this one. We're going to be talking abortion. On that controversy topic here, this one I think is going to give you guys a little bit more controversy than rather just like pro-life, pro-choice types of argument.
My name is Mitch Esplund, and I am a 9 through 12 social studies teacher at Cody High School. The Essential Partners training for me really opened up my eyes on seeking to understand, not seeking to convince or to persuade others. Part of that dialogue concept of I'm going to speak for myself, hear what you have to say, and we're also going to try to understand each other's backgrounds a little bit better during that process. And I've seen that as really powerful and changed the way that I teach controversial issues where someone was going to quote unquote win. And that's not how I teach anymore. It's about getting kids to think both about their own beliefs and what they might see in others.
Hi, my name is Ida Talon. I'm a senior here at Cody High School, and I participated in Essential Partners when I was a freshman. After the training, I found that I was really integrating civility pretty much on a daily basis. The training really just made it a natural habit almost, so without even thinking about it, I would be, talking, in a more kind way to others and thinking about what they had to say more. I think the need for civility is present everywhere. It shouldn't matter who you talk to or what the conversation is about. It should always be built on civility. And I think that it's most difficult to have these conversations with people that maybe you don't like. We all have people that we're not as fond of, but it's still important, especially in those cases, that you conduct yourself with poise and civility.
So one of the best initiatives I've been able to use in my classes is a thing called Controversy Friday. We ask students to respond to some sort of prompt, whether they agree with it, disagree, or whether they're unsure about it. And then within their pods or larger conversations, we get to have those conversations where they get to share their ideas. Not just me talking about different stances, but where they're the active participants in it. And what I've seen there is real connections being made from students that don't usually have similarities or might not even take connections going out. But my favorite moments are when the conversations carry out of the classroom, whether it's the full class or even just 2 or 3 kids. And especially when those students are not in the same social networks, I think those are the biggest wins of all.
From working with Essential Partners and from the work that I did for them during the training, I really learned the importance of listening to others and understanding, especially to what they're saying before you respond. And that was something, we all talk and we all listen, but the understanding is, I think, something that lacks a lot. And when I did the work for them, it was during COVID, it was during self-isolation. And so what shifted after that was all of my interviews were over Zoom, they were over video call. And so to come back, and into school, and now we're person to person, it shifted being able to transfer those skills. One of the little minor impacts of everything that was going on during isolation was that lack of face-to-face interaction.
I wish that adults and kids could understand that not everything is a winning or losing opportunity, especially when talking about tough conversations. That sometimes in this world where media and especially just politics, where there's a winner and a loser, but more often than not, there's always bridges between. And when there's not bridges, we are still people at the end of those conversations, and we might get to it in a week or 6 months or 4 years from now. But if those connections are there, that's what ends up lasting more than individual issues.